My name is Jade Atkinson, and I am going to be interviewing Paul Franklin. He comes from the Midwestern state of Illinois, and he moved out here for various reasons relating to his quality of life. And I'm going to ask him a couple questions on the issues of climate change. Okay, so Paul, what is the first thing that comes to mind when you hear the word climate change?
First thing that comes to mind is the ocean increasing in depth.
Okay. So, in other words, sea levels rising, I guess, right? So,
Yes,
what, in your opinion, would be the cause of this? Do you think it's man-made or natural?
I think it's definitely man-made. I think we need to do some more research to decide what the percentage of natural-made as opposed to man-made, but it's definitely man-made.
Okay, let's see. And in your opinion, the air out here versus the air in Colorado, is there a difference in the purity, or when you breathe, do you feel anything different?
Yes, after several days, for me personally, after several days, I can start to feel a little clearer, not as much coffee.
Okay, awesome. Do you think that the people in the positions of government, in powerful positions of government, are adequately representing the people's will or what they deserve?
Yeah, I understand the question. And no, I do not believe that we're being adequately represented by our people that are representing us, politicians. I think it's a subject that everybody's afraid to tackle. They're worried about if they say one wrong thing, that it's going to cause them to not get reelected. And that's the last thing we need to do. We should not worry about who's going to get reelected just because you say one word that the media is going to jump all over.
Very true. I actually think on that one. Okay, so what has been your biggest motivator to make the positive changes in your life? Or what in your eyes has opened your eyes? What has opened your mind to those truths?
Regarding the climate change, which has opened my eyes. Looking on documentaries on TV as well as on the radio, and seeing how other people are responding as well, I guess. We need more people to recycle stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, that's my answer.
Okay, and I think I got one more for you. What do you think, or what holds you back from connecting with either the environment or the community in your sense? Like, is it a fear of something, or what would you say?
I understand the question. What would personally hold me back is that there's a good amount of people out there, a large percentage of people out there that want to do stuff, that want to make change, but they're not in positions to change, being a politician. And so that kind of holds me back because it frustrates you, because you want to try to do all you can, but sometimes you can't. But
do you feel like your opinion doesn't count? Or
yes,
do you feel like
I do feel
like
it doesn't count. And that same way goes with recycling. We're drinking water bottles with water in it, and it takes years and years for that to be, degraded. So, anyway, that's my answer.
Well, thank you very much for your time and your opinions, and that is the close of this interview. My name is Jade Atkinson, and I'll be interviewing Brandon Andre. He is originally from Illinois, and he just moved out to Colorado for the last month or two. So start with the first question. What do you believe is our responsibility to the natural world or to Earth?
I believe we're supposed to work hard, provide for our families, and make our elders proud.
Like the last answer. What in your terms is a GMO?
I believe the GMO is a poison, and I don't think it's necessary to really put into it.
Like for farming and stuff?
Yes.
Okay. So, do you think that GMOs are absolutely needed to feed the world, like some people in favor of GMOs?
No.
So when you lived in Illinois, you did farm back then, correct?
Yes.
And did the farm that you were farming on use pesticides, herbicides, or insecticides?
Yes, we use that to spray on the beans to stop insects from moving in the crop.
And do you yourself believe in that practice, or do you think there are other ways that we could control insects more naturally?
I think we could find different ways to do it, but I think it's necessary right now until we find something different.
Okay. What is the first thing that comes to mind when you hear the word climate change?
Go somewhere new where you're not comfortable, like your surroundings. Like I'm from a small farm town, and to come up to Colorado Springs is a pretty big city. There's a lot of like restaurants and stuff, and I believe that's a climate change.
Are you aware of the rising sea levels and like the warming of the atmosphere? Have you been educated on this a little bit? Okay. So some people just they don't know what's going on right now. Do you believe the air you are breathing is pure?
Mm.
Alright, and would you say there's a difference in the air in Illinois to the air in Colorado?
Definitely.
What do you think are your biggest, what holds you back from connecting with other people or from the environment? Do you feel like you think people are closed off and so it's just hard to make that connection, or is it like something that maybe you struggle with on your end, like you just kind of are
Yeah, it's definitely
reluctant to open up?
it's definitely hard for me to open up to like new people.
Okay.
But once I get to know people, I'll definitely get comfortable and kind of say what I'm comfortable with.
Sure. Alright, this is the last one. What has been your biggest motivator to make changes in your life, or like what has opened your eyes to the most truths?
Seeing my family struggle growing up with no money and no food in the cabinets really drove me,
As a motivator?
to go out and do good with my life and make my family proud and make a lot of money someday for my family.
Thanks, Brandon.
Yep.
Hello, my name is Jay Atkinson, and would you like to introduce yourself today?
I'm Alex Franklin. I'm 24 years old. I was born and raised in a small farm town in Illinois, and I moved out here about a year and a half ago. And yeah, that's my story.
I'm going to start with just kind of like an opening question. What do you believe is our responsibility to the earth?
Responsibility to the earth is to practice methods on all levels of systems that is sustainable and that will sustain life for the future generations.
So did you farm when you lived in Illinois?
I personally didn't farm because I didn't like farming. But I just didn't understand the whole want of being born to you couldn't eat it. I just didn't understand how you couldn't go out and pick it and eat it. So, but yes, I did farm back in then.
Okay. So what is that farm so it wasn't your farm though, correct? Well,
That's how it's farmed.
can you explain some of their growing practices or farming practices?
They add nitrogen to the ground and hazardous to the ground. They use insecticides, pesticides, and feed our cattle corn grain, and we have chickens, grain as well, and it was monoculture farm.
So, what is your perspective on coming from a state that heavily relies on GMO seed for farming, spraying pesticides, and practicing those unsustainable methods?
Well,
What is your perspective on coming from a state that heavily relies on GMO seeds for farming, spraying the fields, and practicing unsustainable methods?
I think a lot of the middle class farmers are trapped in a system that is unfair. They're forced to buy these GMO seeds to have engagement and things like that.
I don't. Sorry,
No worries.
I can definitely. I know how to edit
You can
stuff,
edit
but
that,
yeah. Okay. What is it like to be in a position where even sometimes your family members oppose you to the point of resentment?
It's very frustrating. A person like me, at first I got angry that my family who farms like this, they basically became like brainwashed and that not all of the scientific facts of our soil are being degraded in the atmosphere warming up and not even sea level. I think they told me it wasn't true and that my science was bogus. So it made me feel very alienated and made me feel very hopeless and but on a positive note, it inspired me to go out and seek the facts and to spread the correct information so that we can understand is necessary for our future generation.
So I'm hoping you kind of know a little bit something about climate change and from your answer. Okay. Well, how much do you think global warming will harm you personally? Like in your personal life? And what way?
Well, I really can't say right now. I mean, it's kind of like a big huge, no one really knows what it really happens for, but I mean, definitely we're gonna have the seasons are gonna be funky and it's not gonna be like what it used to, and I just, these things are all alone and it all causes a lot of other things.
Okay. Would you say that you have any friends that have the same opinions as you about global warming?
I would say all my friends that I graduated at high school with, they would totally say that building is not a real thing, and that GMOs is not harmful, and that our soil is just fine.
So,
So they disagree.
what is one of the hardest things to kind of cope with when going back and seeing like the places that you used to be able to swim at, not able to swim, anymore, and fish or fishing, how that's changed?
Well, I'm a very competitive person, so anything competitive in my unit, and I love things, and those are the ones that I really enjoyed, but I didn't compete. I can just go fishing and catching every day. It's very saddening, it's saddening, and angry, you get angry at first, but you realize that doesn't really have change in your life, you know? So you just hold on to that sadness so that you can look at the inspiration to definitely check the sources of my water. Because there are people who are like me.
In my opinion, I believe something like music or simply the idea of a unifying movement can be the answer to some of the issues that we need to push, for the direction that we want forward moving. But on the other hand, there are many Americans out there that are consumers and they're materialistic. So some believe that the only way to direct that social movement is by targeting materialistic goods.
Which is money.
Yeah, do you believe that's true, or do you think something like music is powerful enough to make this change?
I think music is powerful enough to unify people, yes. But I don't think I think that's the first step. Unify people from music, and then after that, you need people to understand that it's food and water that we need. It's not money. So if this group of people learn how to grow this food, group of people learn how to grow this food, and so forth and so on and so forth, then we all have food to eat, and then also as we all figure out sustainable practices to clean water, we all have life sustaining resources. And money is not needed to do that.
Do you think people in positions of power in government are representing the people, not our voices, effectively?
No, I do not think the government who is representing the people is I think the government the U.S. government has been manipulating the U.S. people for a very long time.
Alright, last question. What is your